Right now, a third COVID vaccine could be approved as soon as tomorrow. The latest from the FDA.
Plus, serving the community from the front yard. How one local food pantry is trying to make a difference.
You need those sunglasses all day long today, but we're talking when that changes in the First Warn forecast.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It is Thursday, February 25th. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Leah Lynch. I'm happy you're joining us this morning. Chris Stanford has the week off. We could have a third COVID vaccine approved for U.S. use by tomorrow. The FDA plans to give emergency use authorization for the Johnson & Johnson shot yet by the end of the week. The vaccine is different than the others in that it doesn't have to be frozen and it only takes one shot.
The FDA analysis shows it has a lower efficacy than the others, nearly 67% effective against moderate to severe COVID-19, at least 2 weeks after the shot, but that it is still considered high enough to work. A fourth COVID-19 vaccine could become available in the U.S. in April when AstraZeneca hopes to secure FDA emergency use authorization of its vaccine. Researchers in the U.K. say a combined flu and COVID vaccine is a future possibility. The head of the Department of Infectious Disease at Imperial College London says that a combination is the most likely scenario, but we will have to wait at least until next year to know more about the epidemiology of the new coronavirus variants.
Moderna has come up with a vaccine that might protect against the South African variant of COVID. The drug maker says its new version has been shipped to the U.S. National Institutes of Health for a clinical study. The new vaccine will be evaluated both as a booster shot for people who've already had the shot and as a primary vaccine for people who haven't. Studies have suggested the South African variant is more resistant to vaccines than the original strain. And CVS is getting more vaccines from the federal government this morning. The pharmacy says more than 500,000 shots will be available in 17 states starting today. CVS was given about 250,000 doses about 10 days ago. CVS says it can administer up to 25 million shots a month. And as the vaccine supply increases, more states will have access to the pharmacy's program.
Across the state this morning, 6.6% of Wisconsinites have completed their vaccination series. 14% have gotten at least one shot, and 48% of the 65 and older age group have received at least one dose. State and county health officials confirmed 747 new COVID cases in the last day. That is higher than yesterday's count and also above the 7-day average of 617. 25 more people have died.
We're keeping an eye on the UW campus this morning as they tackle a rise in cases from earlier this month. Local numbers show nearly 40% of Dane County cases came from campus in early February. Public health officials say that's not surprising, though, since about 65% of the total tests done in the county were done at UW-Madison with mandatory testing for students and staff. The university has about doubled the amount of tracers they had last semester. They're focusing on getting a hold of each and every close contact of folks who test positive.
We look at contact tracing. It's like if we can keep one more person at home in quarantine or isolation, we can prevent, maybe 4 or 5 others from being ill. And really that is our goal.
Now, in response to rising cases, last week the university directed certain student populations to get tested more often, like those living in the dorms. And that seems to be working. The latest data this week shows cases going down since then.
2 separate research teams say they found a new coronavirus variant in New York City. That variant carries mutations that may help it evade the body's natural immune response and antibody treatments. The research was conducted separately by Columbia University and Caltech. Neither study has yet been peer-reviewed or published in a scientific journal, though. The new variant, which has 2 mutations, was first seen in New York City in November. By mid-February, it accounted for more than a quarter of the cases there. The CDC says masks may be key to stopping the spread of COVID-19 at exercise facilities. Researchers have linked the lack of masks at gyms to several outbreaks. Over the course of a week in late August, 60% of people who attended in-person classes at a Chicago gym tested positive. Chicago and the CDC researchers say the facility had temperature checks but did not require masks during exercise. The CDC says increased respiratory exertion helps the virus spread, and that's why they recommend masks at fitness centers even when spaced 6 feet apart.
Stock up on the antihistamines. New research shows allergy seasons are lasting longer and starting earlier due to climate change. German researchers looked at pollen monitoring stations to see how pollen travels. They found some species of pollen have moved the start of their season up 2 days earlier. over 30 years. Certainly starting to feel like spring out there, Mr. Reese, at least by Wisconsin standards.
By Wisconsin standards, but that news about allergies is one of the worst things I could hear all morning. My allergy season is already stressful enough, so I'm okay with the fact that we're a little cooler this morning. And still, it's going to be mild compared to what we've seen. But this morning is cooler than the past couple of mornings that we had out there. Temperatures are into the lower 20s, and even some teens are showing up in a lot of spots. Once again, I'm going to take a moment. Enjoy that beautiful shot there of our Edgewater sky camera. The sun starting to rise on the horizon. Our wind chill down at 16. We're still in the teens as you work your way towards the east. Watertown at 13, 16 in Juneau this morning. Janesville is at 18. But back towards the west, you see where temperatures are just a tad bit warmer. 23 for Madison. Lone Rock coming in at 24. Same for our friends in Boscobel. Now here's Doppler track this morning. Overall, Doppler track remains quiet for us. We are watching a couple disturbances passing by. That'll only throw some decorator clouds our way at best. But by 10 o'clock, we're planning your day hour by hour here. Temperatures are into the 20s. Upper 20s at that. 30s arrive by lunchtime, and here we are at 4 o'clock. Sunshine and temperatures that will be into the upper 30s. Maybe some low 40s, but it's going to be upper 30s generally for all of us. Overnight tonight, winds turn out of the south. That pumps a little bit more moisture into the atmosphere. Cloud cover develops as our lows go right back down into the teens and low 20s. We will keep more cloud cover around moving into your Friday. Temperatures warm up to about 38 degrees or so. But here comes that next system that I've been talking about for Friday night into early Saturday. Still looks to start out as a little bit of snow, but it's looking more and more likely we'll see a mix of the rain, freezing rain, and sleet before all is said and done into early Saturday morning. It's not going to be a big system by any means. Nonetheless, it's just going to be a little slushy as it comes on through. A lot of us are going to be asleep once it rolls through, so you may not even notice all that much. But overall, the upper air pattern, folks, we are going to be trending milder. We'll see a little shot of cooler air for Sunday and Monday. Watch what happens as we move towards next week. We watch what's known as a ridge of warmth develop throughout the western part of the country, and we're likely going to see warmer than normal temperatures stick around for quite some time. That extended forecast begins to warm up from 16 and 32 on Monday to mostly 40s throughout all of next week, and that comes with sunshine.
And yeah, we're heading into, what, the first week of March there, Chris?
First week of March, so we're certainly enjoying it. Things look nice out there, Josh. We love to see it. Traffic-wise, things are all good for us on the belt line. We are seeing a couple of slowdowns on East Wash. That's what you would expect for this time of the year, but roads, or time of the day, rather. But roads around Dane County also all doing good.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. 6:07 is your time this morning. A front yard food pantry serving the community while continuing acts of kindness.
Now more than ever, their mission is to help out others during these challenging times. Taylor Lazenby is live from this not-so-average pantry that's doing a whole lot of good. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right, Prairie Road Pantry all started with just a couple of milk cartons on a crate, but just with a goal in mind to do something good. Now, as you can see behind me, it's fully stocked with dry goods, non-perishables for anyone who needs it the most right now. Now, right at the beginning of the pandemic, Nikki Stapleton started Prairie Road Pantry right in front of her home. Her goal is simple: keep shelves stocked with items for those in need. Now, the pantry runs off of donations from herself and those in the community. Now, Nikki told me using social media outlets like Facebook help her get the word out fast on items that are in high demand for people to donate.
It has been pretty awesome. We have, I'd say, 30 to 40 people that stop by each day. Some donate, some pick stuff up, some do both. A lot of people will bring a few things and then take what they need, which is awesome.
Now, Nikki told me what is needed the most right now is hygiene products. She says for people that can't afford to feed their families, it's really hard for them to get those hygiene products that are typically higher priced than what they can afford. Now, guys, as you can see in the pantry right now, with talking about those hygiene products, there are a couple of toothbrushes we've seen in here, some floss. There's a lot of course, really good non-perishables, some rice. They have some milk in there. So it's very stocked with a lot of things that they need. She said also sometimes you'll see some diapers and other things that families need during this time that they need most. There's also a really cool thing. There's a suggestion box and also where you can drop in some monetary donations if food isn't what you want to do. But most importantly, guys, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about how this little pantry has sparked the idea of others popping up all across the state. For News 3, I'm Taylor Lazenby.
Great cause, Taylor. Thank you. An 8-year-old girl in Milwaukee has started her own business to help fight homelessness among children and their families. Letica Anderson says the concept of homelessness hit her daughter Peyton hard at a very young age. Peyton has been selling t-shirts and handmade heart-shaped crayons online and in pop-up shops across southeast Wisconsin. And after all that work, this month Peyton met the director of the Joy House, a Milwaukee women's shelter, with a $500 check and toys for each child living there.
More than 2.5 million children that are just like me that are homeless. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
To have someone so young, excited about giving to individuals that are less fortunate than she is awesome. And I'm hoping that it can be something that spreads.
Go Peyton, go. She says she now hopes to reach $1,000 for her next donation. If you want to help Peyton reach that goal, you can donate through her Instagram account at _IHaveAChild or through her website.
Quite impressive young woman right there. Coming up, parents, you're about to get a new tool to keep an eye on what your kids are watching on streaming services. We'll tell you how to set it up.
And later, an inside look at one of the area's newest restaurants, serving up American comfort food with regional touches. We're back in the 608 for Winter Restaurant Week on News 3 Now this morning.
Get the ultimate appliance deals at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale. Save big on doorbusters, special buys, and clearance items from the best brands while they last. And special no-interest financing on appliances store-wide at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Your parents spent years taking care of you. But as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford, plus a $2,000 money-back guarantee. To see how much you could save, call 1-800-949-9757. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a $2,000 money-back guarantee. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-949-9757.
Get the ultimate style for the ultimate deal at Ashley Home Store's Ultimate Sale. Save big on everything in the store, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus discounts off our sale prices online and in-store. And no interest financing for 3 years. Ashley Home Store.
Welcome back. We have some breaking news into the newsroom in the last 10 minutes. Pfizer says it's looking to add a third shot to its vaccine regimen. The shot would act as a booster with the hope of fighting against new variants of the virus. First up, a trial on the new shot. The participants in that trial would be chosen from previous clinical trials with Pfizer. The booster will be given around 6 months to a year after receiving the first dose.
President Biden is opening the doors to immigrants former President Trump had banned during the pandemic. Trump's 2020 executive order blocked green cards unless recipients met the requirements for an exemption. He said he wanted to reserve jobs and health care access for citizens. The Migration Policy Institute estimates that affected about 26,000 people per month. Biden is revoking that order, saying it harmed the U.S. He says it separated U.S. citizens from their families and caused employers to lose out on potential talent. This as the Biden administration is making moves to clear a tent camp near the U.S.-Mexico border. The Department of Homeland Security says it is beginning to admit hundreds of migrants. Many were subject to a Trump-era policy requiring them to stay in Mexico while awaiting their immigration court date here in the U.S. The Trump administration's so-called Remain in Mexico policy went into effect January 2019. It bucked previous protocols that allowed migrants to enter the U.S. while they were went through their immigration hearings.
The Bruce Company in Middleton is planning to redevelop its garden center and build several apartment buildings around it. It's all going to happen on the company's 16 acres of land off Parmenter Street. The Bruce Company's been working with the city on designs. They submitted documents yesterday to the Middleton Plan Commission.
It's been a great collaboration. It's new to us, so it was good to be able to just come to the table with our main interest of improving the space and how can we work together, and some real effective brainstorming on what does this look like going forward and what would be their first suggestions.
The new development will create spaces for businesses to move in. It will also have park-like landscaping and better access to Pheasant Branch Creek. The garden center will remain open during that construction.
Another company could soon bring an electric car project to Wisconsin. Foxconn Technology Group says it has signed a deal with a California startup to build electric cars, potentially at Foxconn's facilities in Wisconsin. Details of the agreement with electric car company Fisker are expected in the coming months. However, the Fisker chairman and chief executive tells the Wall Street Journal that Foxconn's property in Wisconsin would be a, quote, obvious choice for producing the vehicles.
If you plan on shopping big once the pandemic comes to an end, U.S. retailers are glad to hear it. The CEO of TJ Maxx says he predicts revenge shopping will erupt once most Americans can get their vaccine. This is basically a theory that people who've been cooped up will fork out lots of money once they get out. U.S. retailers say they expect to have a strong year thanks in part to this revenge shopping. The National Retail Federation is forecasting sales will grow to more than $4.3 trillion in 2021. That would be the largest growth since 2004. And parents, you're about to get more control over what your kids are watching on YouTube. The site's going to launch 3 new settings that will allow parents to restrict certain videos. You have to set it up through these supervised accounts for your kids. These specifically target parents of tweens and teens and focus on the content outside of the YouTube Kids app. A beta version of the new options will be launching in the coming months.
6:17 right now. Let's turn to your forecast with meteorologist Chris Reese. Chris, a little cooler this morning, but we really cannot complain. We've had it pretty good this week.
Yeah, you've nailed it. And even though we're cooler out there this morning, Josh, we're still going to feel good compared to that Arctic blast that we had now a week ago. It's well into the rearview mirror, but we are enjoying these warmer temperatures even if we're 23 degrees colder than 24 hours ago in some spots. That being said, yes, it's still chilly out there, but we're starting out at 23 degrees in Madison after we dropped all the way to 17 for your overnight low. The wind chill down at 16. We do have a light wind at about 6 miles per hour now. 18 is where we start out in Janesville. Watertown starts out at 12. We are at 16 in Juneau. 19 in Waukesha. Almost everywhere else, you do have temperatures that are into the 20s. Doppler track is going to be all clear, so that's how we like to see it. Look ahead and plan your day knowing that you need the sunglasses all day. Yellow tie, it's yellow in the sky, as well as we see more sunshine. Temperatures top out to the upper 30s.
All right, Mr. Reese, thank you very much for that sunny forecast. 6:18 now. We're continuing to highlight area businesses in the 608 for Winter Restaurant Week.
Next up, Liberty Station, one of Madison's newest restaurants. The American Tavern and Smokehouse is located along Rimrock Road, just north of the Beltline. They serve American comfort food with regional touches. The bar offers vintage cocktails and local craft beers and wine. They also have plenty of outdoor eating space that, yes, is even open during the winter, and people use it this time of the year. They're offering 3-course dinner specials this week, and coming up in our next half hour, we'll give you a closer look inside at Liberty Station and speak with the manager about what they all have to offer.
You're taking a peek at some of the delicious things we got to smell and taste over there, Josh. Among them, that deep-fried cornbread.
Super yummy. Yeah, closer look at everything they're serving on the menu coming up around 6:45.
And now you're taking a look at another Madison restaurant taking part in Restaurant Week this week, Migrants in Madison. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with offerings like huevos rancheros, tacos, tamales, and more. They're open for both dine-in and takeout. You can find their full menu, their phone number, and a list of all Restaurant Week spots up on channel3000.com.
Remember to let me know what inspires you here in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@wisctv.com for a chance to be featured. Leah, I leave on vacation 1 week from today, and it's been really hard. I've been trying to cut back, but the food is so good this week.
Yeah, I saw that brisket you were tasting yesterday. I know you're not doing too well on that vacation diet.
Oh, not good at all. But hey, you have to take advantage and you have to shop local, support our businesses.
Very true.
All right, 6:20 right now. Still ahead for us on a Thursday morning. A clean car, not a priority for some, when most people say they last made sure there was enough room for their passengers.
And coming up in our next half hour, an update on a firefighter who was shot at the scene of the fire. We'll tell you what happened.
Cobit buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobit, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobit.com to apply.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cashback on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and LA, but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economawalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get $1,500 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
There's nothing like the smoking good taste of award-winning beef butter barbecue. Melt in your mouth Texas smoked brisket right here in Madison. Order for delivery or takeout and see the world's first 20-foot takeout conveyor, delivering barbecue right to your car window. You can also get touchless catering and packaged meals for business or special events. Now through February 28th, go online and nominate Beef Butter Barbecue for the Best of Madison 2021. Best barbecue, best curbside pickup. Visit beefbutterbbq.com today.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
Cobit buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobit.com to apply.
We are back at 6:24 on a Thursday morning. Boy, Michael giving us a fantastic shot there and encompassing everything we love about Wisconsin this time of the year. You got the sunshine, but you still have some snow on the ground there, Leah.
Wow, I want a framed photo of this. That's a stunning photo.
Yeah, that's something I would definitely put up on my wall, no doubt. All right, thank you so much for sharing, Michael. If you've got a photo you'd like to share with us, please do so. Just send it to us using the hashtag MyNews3Morning. Well, trending this morning, guys, how fussy are you about keeping your car clean? Well, many people are not very fussy, according to a new OnePoll survey. This is going to make Leah feel better this morning. The survey shows that a third of drivers say their cars are so full of junk there's not enough room for anyone but themselves. 1 in 5 say they haven't cleaned their car in the past 3 months. And 10% say they can't remember the last time they cleaned. Boy, my anxiety level is spiking right now. Chris Reese, I know we have very, very similar philosophies on our cars. We probably have the cleanest cars out in the parking lot.
Yeah, my car has to be clean. Even if there's a major snowstorm or something coming, if the car is dirty, I'm still at least going to rinse it off. And then after the storm, I'm going to go rinse it off again. So I like to have a clean car.
And then there's Leah Lynch.
I knew it was going to be open season with me as soon as I saw this story. Okay, in my defense, let me plead my case here. I'm a busy gal. I'm always going somewhere. I like to keep sets of clothes in my car so I can jet off to my workout. I can jet off to work. I can have an extra set of clothing if, per se, I drop a cup of coffee down my dress. So I am prepared.
Not
That's
like
how
you would
I
ever do that anyway.
I would never drop a cup of coffee. That never happens.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. We need to get you a cargo container to put in the trunk, and you can have just your daily needs in each little section.
Mr. Reese and Mr. Sprider, just the most organized people in the newsroom, keeping me on top of my stuff. That's
it is
sure.
funny. Every morning I come in this week as I've been back on the desk, it's like, how are we going to pick on Leah today?
It is open season this week. If it's not the spilled coffee, it's the messy car.
Hey, we love you. We love
my goodness.
Oh, boy. All right. Stay with us, folks. News 3 Now this morning. Back after a quick break. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. Hope you do, too.
Don't spill.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Gobin Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Dodge Grand Caravan at only $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Stop into Rubens today for our annual dining sale. Save up to 40% on fine dining. Rubens has beautiful dining room tables, chairs, and buffets for your home. Choose from sleek, modern dining imported from Italy. solid birch dining in all finishes and sizes. Invest in heirloom furniture. Rubens has many dining tables and chairs in stock for immediate delivery. As always, Rubens designers offer free design service. Come in today for Rubens' annual dining room sale on now.
Enjoy more space with a new Champion sunroom, custom built to fit your lifestyle.
The sunroom has now become our family room, and we live in our sunroom.
We help you choose the best design options for your home. Manufacture our products right here in the USA. And our install team manages your project every step of the way, all backed by our Champion Guarantee. Right now, save 30% on your new sunroom. Call now or visit championsunrooms.com to see which sunroom is right for you.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
More vaccines, more hope. How soon we could see extra doses coming to Wisconsin.
Plus, nearly a year since the mass shooting at Molson Coors, employees and the communities are continuing to grieve.
And it's a sunglasses kind of day. How long does this nice weather stay? We're planning that day in the First Warn forecast.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. How could you not smile by seeing Chris in his yellow tie? You know, we always know what the weather's going to be like with how Chris dresses, and he's got the yellow one on this morning, Leah.
And he's got the rhymes going too, Dr. Seuss over here. Listen to that giggle.
Our Chris Reese. We love him, and he's got some more good news in the forecast that you'll want to stay tuned for coming up here in a little bit.
But first, your top headlines. The U.S. could have a third COVID vaccine by tomorrow.
The FDA is expected to give Johnson & Johnson shot emergency use authorization. Those doses could get to Wisconsin as early as next week. Reports show the drug to be effective at preventing severe cases of COVID. The distribution and vaccination process would be easier with this shot. It's only one dose and doesn't require freezing temperatures for storage. The extra doses would make a difference here in Wisconsin, a state searching for more doses to meet demand. The DHS hasn't clarified which groups would be given priority for the shot once it's approved.
Wisconsin public health departments and other vaccinators are putting a big focus on equity when it comes to handing out the vaccine, making sure the people who need it most have access to it. We talked to a UW-Madison professor about what exactly that means.
For example, we know that our Hispanic population is more likely to get COVID relative to non-Hispanic whites, that Black Wisconsinites are more likely to be hospitalized, and Native American Wisconsinites are more likely to die from COVID-19.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 10, Madeline O'Neill will tell us what health officials are doing to make sure underserved communities get a fair shot at getting their vaccine.
The state is making progress when it comes to vaccinations this morning. Nearly 7% of Wisconsinites are fully vaccinated. 14% have gotten at least one dose, including nearly half of older adults. The DHS latest data update shows more confirmed cases in the last 24 hours than we've seen recently. 747 is more than 100 cases above the 7-day average. 25 more people have died. New this morning, Moderna is set to start a clinical trial of a new vaccine designed to protect against a new strain of the virus. Moderna's current vaccine includes antibodies to protect against the major known variants, but only a fraction are protective against the South African variant. USA Today reports that's the variant this new vaccine is trying to target. Any change to its existing vaccine would need to be approved by the FDA.
6:32 now. A front yard food pantry is serving the community while continuing acts of kindness. Taylor Lazenby is live at the pantry site to feature it this morning. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Leah. Good morning, you guys. So Prairie Road used to be just a basic road, but now it's got a little bit more pizzazz with this one-of-a-kind pantry called the Prairie Road Pantry. And it's just a way to help those in need. Now, Nikki Stapleton got this idea to create the pantry, which is just a wooden cabinet standing in her front yard. Now, this all happened after her husband, Kurt, a recovery coach, began collecting food for a man he was helping. Since then, this mission of little random acts of kindness has sparked the attention of others all across the state. Now, Nikki tells me she's flattered and hopes that this trend continues.
I've had many people contact me for information on how they could start their own. I know there's one in Watertown that started because of ours. There's one in Beloit that started because of ours. There are a number around Madison that have actually been around for a little while that are now being more regularly stocked.
From cardboard boxes to a cabinet, along with a Facebook page, Nikki says the free pantry has taken off. Growing year after year, the pantry now has an added cooler for some extra storage and a light inside for items to be seen during the night. Now, guys, as our time here, we've talked about some of the things that you can see inside the pantry. Again, right now, they say the best thing that they need is hygiene products, as we saw a couple toothbrushes in there, but it's on a first-come, first-served basis, and you're always asked to replenish whatever you take. And we're going to have more information on the pantry and how you can donate on our website. That's channel3000.com. For News 3, I'm Taylor Lazenby.
Taylor, thank you. Over to Chris Reese now with a look at your forecast, sharing those smiles and sunshine this week, Chris.
Yeah, that's one of the three things you need to know is that we're going to have more sun than clouds overall as we go through that extended forecast. Now, our mornings are back below freezing. I'm still watching that system for overnight Friday and into early Saturday. Let's start with what you need to know as we head out the door. For one, we are cooler than we were 24 hours ago. 14 degrees cooler in Madison. Watertown, almost 25 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. That's where their temperature is at 12 degrees. We were in the teens too in Madison, but we've started to warm up. We're at 18 in Janesville. Madison wakes up at 23 degrees, but again, another beautiful day is in store. It's coming on in. A light breeze out of the north and west and northwest. That means our wind chill is down at 16. We planned the day, and it's a day that the yellow tide definitely means yellow in the sky. You want your sunglasses all day long today. The slush will still be splashing onto your car windshield, but the sun is going to be beaming down on those streets. Temperatures warm up into the upper 30s as we move into the afternoon. This is Doppler track right now. Things are all quiet for us. It's how we like to see it for a Friday eve. We're going to warm up into the upper 20s by lunch. By 4 o'clock, that's when we see those highs into the upper 30s. You'll notice a little bit more cloud cover overnight tonight. Temperatures will be into the 20s, and that cloud cover sticks with us into Friday. That's when that next system begins to move our direction. But I've been watching the overall model trends with this, and it still looks like this is going to start off as just a little bit of snow early on, but before all is said and done, it mixes with rain, potentially changing over to some plain rain as we move into your early Saturday morning. Then that gets out of here. Another weak system passes by to the north as we head into Sunday. That could bring at least a little flurry chance or something like that. But with that being said, we're 2 to 3 days away. There's still time for changes, but I do anticipate a system late Friday night into early Saturday. It shouldn't be a big deal at all. We don't have an alert day in the forecast because it's ultimately not that great of a concern, but by Saturday afternoon, that sunshine returns. We go up to 44 degrees, 38 with clouds on Sunday, and then next week we just overall trend warmer. After 32 on Monday, it's 40 on Tuesday, 42 on Wednesday. We generally stay mild as we go throughout all of next week. Here's how we're watching things in the world of traffic. It's all good on the Beltline this morning. We are seeing your stoplights on East Wash. You can almost tell where the stoplights are just by looking at the traffic map. I always think that's kind of fun. Dane County as a whole, things are moving smoothly. Let's keep it that way and end the week with no big hiccups.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reese. 6:36 rather. Breaking overnight, a pedestrian is dead after being hit by a vehicle while crossing the road in some Prairie. It happened just before 9:30 last night at the intersection of Foxdale Drive and West Main Street. The pedestrian did die at the scene. The driver stayed and is cooperating with the investigation. The victim's name is not being released right now.
Tomorrow marks 1 year since the mass shooting at Molson Coors in Milwaukee. The company isn't planning any public ceremonies tomorrow, but internally, they're getting ready for a very difficult day.
We are so grateful for the amount of support that we received, whether it was notes or letters or fundraisers or gifts to the Survivors Fund or just checking in with friends that you know worked here and may be affected by this. It's one of the reasons why we're so proud to call Milwaukee home, is because of the way this community supports and rallies around one another. It was incredibly helpful for the healing process and for our employees to be able to kind of move forward from it.
Their spokesperson says the healing part is a journey, one you can't put a timeline on. A year out, the National Compassion Fund has raised nearly $2 million in donations. All of that money has gone to victims' families and others suffering from trauma from that day. Police are still searching for a motive in the shooting. 5 people and the shooter died, all Molson Coors employees.
A Wisconsin firefighter is seriously injured after responding to a fire north of Eau Claire this week, but it wasn't the fire that hurt him. 35-year-old Justin Fredrickson was using a hose outside of the building when he was hit in the stomach by a loaded gun inside, set off by the intense heat.
This is hunting country, and I would guess there's probably 75–80% of the homes have loaded guns in their house. So it is something you have to deal with. You don't think about until it happens.
Fire Chief Dennis Kloss says for future fires, they plan to ask homeowners if there are any guns in the home so they can cool down that area right away. Fredrickson has gone through 3 surgeries. He is still in critical condition.
We'll take a little bit of a breather and take a look at your screen right now. Does this skyline look familiar? It probably does. 3-time Olympic speed skater Brian Hansen hit the lake ice in front of the Milwaukee Art Museum last weekend. It was frozen over solid, giving him a great chance to fly across the water. Now, of course, this is not something you should try for yourself. Hansen's a professional. He wore a wetsuit and his friend wore a life jacket. They also tested the ice with police and had to throw rope and ice picks just in case. Wow, that is some incredible footage right there.
There's something just so satisfying about this particular shot. I mean, look at how the ice reflects the sky. It's so calming and peaceful.
Yeah, it's not very often that you can see ice as perfect as this, especially here in the Midwest when you have all of the elements with, you know, the snow and rain that can ruin it. It doesn't get any better than that.
And that calming music below it. This is the way to wake up on a Thursday, folks, right here.
Yeah, we could just stay in this for, what, the next 20 minutes and I'd be content with that.
See you guys later.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you don't need us. Well, hey, 6:40, another nice day on tap. Hopefully a sky that looks similar to that. Chris is going to let us know how long the sunshine will stick around after the break.
And it is Restaurant Week in the 608. We're having a lot of fun with the segment this week. And this morning we're taking you to one of the newest restaurants participating to show you what they're serving up this week. It's going to make you hungry. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. Nominate your favorites online, like Buck and Honey's, for the Best of Madison in 5 food and drink categories, including Best New Restaurant, Wanakee. Nominate Buck and Honey's today at madisonmagazine.com.
One of the biggest furniture events of the year, the President's Sale, is ending. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our President's Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland, ends Saturday.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit madisonmagazine.com.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
The Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store has just been extended. Don't miss out on FlexBuy with 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With added days of deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before March 1st. Get FlexBuy on a 2020 Escape with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $3,000 cash back. Hurry! The Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Our communities of color have been hospitalized and dying at much higher rates than any other community.
Are these vulnerable groups being treated equitably in the distribution of COVID vaccines? News 3 Now calls on local health officials for answers tonight at 10.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. Nominate your favorites online, like Buck and Honey's, for the Best of Madison in 5 food and drink categories, including Best New Restaurant, Wanakee. Nominate Buck and Honey's today at madisonmagazine.com.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates, taking action and challenging the status quo, asking the important questions and getting the answers you deserve. It's our job and our duty to discover and report the facts, to make sure your voice is heard, and to help make a difference. That's why News 3 Now investigates.
.643 right now. We're back in the 608 this morning as we continue to focus on local businesses for Winter Restaurant Week happening right now. And I have another special guest star joining me once again this morning.
Yeah, I'm always along for the In the 608 segments when they include food. We're going to take you inside Liberty Station off of Rimrock Road, a restaurant that's new within the past year. Boy, we have tough jobs this week, don't we? I'm following along with Josh in the 608 this week, continuing to highlight different restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week.
Yeah, today we're checking out Liberty Station right off of Rimrock Road. We've got General Manager Matt Weir with us this morning. Matt, thanks for having us here.
Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. It smells delicious in here, and you guys are pretty unique because you guys just opened up during the pandemic, right when it started last year.
We did. We opened June 15th, a pretty tough time to open a restaurant, but thanks to great local support, we were doing okay.
Yeah, what was that experience like? You know, did you have a delay in opening up, or did you go through with your plan?
We did. We pushed it back a couple months. We tried to time it with the 50% occupancy here in Dane County. We got a couple weeks of that, but back to 25, but we're doing all right.
And you guys have the benefit of having lots of outdoor seating. Walk us through that.
All summer long, we had use of the west patio. It's a big 80-seat patio, and actually through winter, we have our north patio that's covered. We were lucky enough to acquire about a dozen propane heaters before they were all bought out, so keep everybody warm all the way through winter.
And here, I mean, in Wisconsin, people are still eating outside at this time.
Yeah, absolutely. We have several tables out there. Midwesterners are hardy folk.
One of the neatest things about this whole restaurant, I have to point out, is the garage doors.
Yeah.
They open up so people can sit outside.
Absolutely. When the weather permits, those garage doors open all the way up, and this whole area feels outside. It's a great atmosphere.
So why Madison? Why did you guys choose to come here, and especially this location near the Alliant Energy Center?
I think this spot in particular really was looking for something, and we had a niche that we thought we could fill for sure.
Okay, we need to talk about this food. It smells so good. Give us your elevator pitch for your Restaurant Week menu.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got 3 courses. First course, your choice of our Liberty Style with champagne vinaigrette, smoked wings, which are fantastic, and the tavern tots. Those are to die for sure.
Josh's favorite.
Oh my gosh,
I've heard.
Fantastic, yeah.
Second course, we're going into our most popular item, ½ pound of brisket, cornbread, baked beans. Of course, you get a choice of 2 sides, just showing those there. And the pork shoulder over here. With a Carolina style barbecue sauce. It's like vinegar based, a little tangy, really, really good. And this is an example of our pork bucatini, but for Restaurant Week, Chef Jacob did something a little special. We're gonna do smoked duck for Restaurant Week.
Ooh,
fantastic.
Sold. What's this?
Yeah, so Jacob's got our
look at that
favorite dessert.
Hello.
That's cinnamon sugar fried cornbread. Most people think cornbread for dessert, a little weird, but when you deep fry it, roll it in cinnamon sugar, scoop of vanilla ice cream, it's fantastic. Tastes like a churro.
We heard you correctly. That's deep fried cornbread.
Deep fried cornbread, yeah.
I love cornbread anyways, and then you deep fry it. It's got to be good.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man.
All right.
Yep. You also have a s'mores tart as well. Make you feel like campfire.
All right. Well, Matt, hey, thank you so much. Good luck this week, and yeah, we're happy to have you here in town.
We appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
We're gonna dig in. Dig in we did. We had plenty of that deep fried cornbread, Josh.
I was going to say, we finished that off pretty quickly, Leah.
Oh, man, it was good. He had ice cream on top of it, so it had the warmth with the cool. Oh, it was so good. Now, Josh, you go here all of the time. It was my first time.
Yeah, we discovered this last summer, and it's been a popular date night spot for us on like Friday and Saturday nights, but it's fantastic. The service is great. The people are great there. The food is fantastic, and it's nice because they have everything there. Like we mentioned, they have all the outdoor seating, so wherever you're at right now, they kind of have the space for you. But fantastic. I already actually just made reservations within the last couple of minutes for this weekend because I have to check it out. Yeah.
Get that duck bucatini. I want to hear how that is.
That looks fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, he didn't have it made right there, but when he was talking about it, I was like, okay, I could do that.
All right. Report back, sir.
Will do.
We are highlighting every single restaurant taking part in Restaurant Week this week, so you can help give back to your favorite local spot. Osteria Papaverio has a $25 dinner with tortellini, fettuccine, and more. They're only offering takeout this week. You can find their full menu, a phone number, and a list of all of the Restaurant Week spots up on channel3000.com. Mr. Reese, I know your mouth was watering when we were showing that brisket.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm always a fan for more barbecue, and so it's almost grill season, folks.
Ooh.
We're almost there.
Kind of feels like it.
I know. You know, I know some folks are fans of this because there's a viewer who's always tweeting me that she wants to get the grill out. So, but good weather for it. It's a little bit cooler out there this morning, but we're going to be warming up as we go throughout the day. Cooler than yesterday, but still not all that bad. We're at 23 degrees right now. A beautiful sunrise just took place. 18 in Janesville right now. 20 still show up all throughout the Driftless region and really throughout most of southern Wisconsin. Only a couple spots into the teens at this point. Here we are, high resolution radar. It remains generally quiet. What to expect though as we look ahead, more sunshine. Temperatures top out around 38 degrees this afternoon.
All right, Mr. Reese, thank you very much. Stick around, folks. The morning sprint is coming up.
But first, it is 6:49 and February 25th. We want to say happy birthday to Bennett and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating and happy birthday from all of us here at News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
There's still time to save big because Steinhoffel's President's Day sale has been extended. Take 35% off store-wide, plus get an extra $100 off and great deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This leather reclining sofa, only $7.99. 5-piece dining set, $7.49. A queen bed, just $8.99. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. So hurry in and save big, only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
I recommend Gruber Law Offices to everybody. And I mean everybody.
I would strongly encourage all my friends and family to call them.
I definitely have recommended Gruber Law Offices to my friends.
I've recommended it to everybody I know.
My experience with Gruber was really great, and I would recommend it to anyone who needs to see an attorney.
One call, that's all.
Your family has a wide range of personalities. And so does ours. With Volkswagen's wide range of SUVs, you can all ride together. Or not. Hurry in for Volkswagen's President's Day deals and get a $500 purchase bonus when you lease a new 2021 Atlas Cross Sport SE Tech 4 Motion for just $389 per month.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We're learning more about a fatal shooting in Sun Prairie. Police say it happened on Broadway Drive, not too far from the Main Street roundabout. That's where they believe a man was shot before he was dropped off at a Madison clinic Tuesday afternoon. The 29-year-old died later that day at the hospital. Detectives are still working to find out who's responsible for the shooting. The victim's name has not yet been released.
Closing arguments in a second hearing against the teen suspected of shooting 8 people at Mayfair Mall will wrap up today. Prosecutors want the 15-year-old to be charged as an adult, but the suspect and his attorneys want him to stay in juvenile court. Police believe the teen shot 8 people at the mall in Wauwatosa in November. Officials say it happened after 2 groups got into a fight.
UW-Madison police are looking for the woman right here on your screen. Chandra Lee Johnson left the American Family Children's Hospital yesterday around noon and hasn't been seen since. She didn't have her car or her phone with her when she left. Johnson is from Illinois and isn't familiar with Madison. We have more information on her over on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
Breaking news within the last hour. Pfizer has said it has started a new study to test its COVID booster shots. The trial is to see how much more protection it can give against COVID and how well it protects against new variants. So far, the company says data shows its existing 2-dose shots still protects against existing variants. They say it's a precaution in case of stronger strains coming around. The Biden administration says it will send more than 25 million masks to community health centers, food pantries, and soup kitchens around the country. It's an effort to protect some of the most vulnerable populations. The masks will start going out in March. Up to 15 million Americans could get the free masks because of this effort. The FDA could give Johnson & Johnson's 1-dose COVID vaccine emergency use authorization tomorrow. That's when an advisory committee is set to meet on the issue. The Biden administration says if it's approved, 3 to 4 million doses could go out. Those doses could make it to Wisconsin as soon as next week. A former top aide to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is accusing him of intimidation and sexual harassment. This expands on allegations she first made in December. Lindsey Boylan accuses him of going out of his way to touch her low back, arms, and legs and kissing her during a one-on-one meeting. Governor Cuomo denied the allegations in December, and his office once again denied them yesterday.
Los Angeles County officials are ordering a safety review of the stretch of road where Tiger Woods crashed earlier this week. The golf star will not face any reckless driving charges. The LA County Sheriff has ruled the crash an accident. Woods is still recovering from surgery on both his legs.
The Big Ten's men's basketball conference tournament schedule is officially out this morning. It'll start March 10th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Big Ten Network will air the first 10 games. Conference semifinals and finals will air right here on WISC TV Channel 3 on March 13th and 14th. The Wisconsin Badgers are currently in 6th place in the conference standings. We have more details on channel3000.com.
Turns out Wisconsinites are less comfortable going to sports games than they are going to a restaurant or a bar. A study from the Milwaukee Metropolitan Association of Commerce says comfort levels at sports games are right around 33%, about the same as last March. 63% of people are comfortable going to a restaurant. That's up by nearly 20 percentage points. For bars, it stayed steady, right around 44%.
Good morning. Doppler track relatively quiet throughout the state of Wisconsin. Only a couple disturbances passing by through the UP and over eastern Iowa. Those should not impact us much at all. A beautiful sunrise taking shape. We are at 23 in Madison. The wind chill at 16. Elsewhere, we do see most of our temperatures into the low 20s this morning. A couple of spots into the upper teens as well. Plan your day knowing that you do, in fact, need those sunglasses all day long. Still a little slushy out there in spots as well. Still watching that system for Friday night into Saturday, but do know you can download our weather app by scanning the screen right now to take you where you need to go. You can track along with us this week.
Enjoy that sunshine today, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow.